seat. We're going to get going. If I can have your attention. I'd like to welcome staff, students, family members, and special guests. We have a very interesting opportunity that was presented to us this year. In Grand Rapids Public Schools, we are always looking for additional opportunities in our schools. Our School of Health Sciences, we have some tremendous opportunities that we've been given these last couple of years with the Life EMS class, the phlebotomy class. Each school has been given opportunities from the community, and this is one of them. So we are very grateful to the people of the Third 90, grateful of the schools that have participated and the students who have given the effort and are going to go walk you through this presentation. So if you would give the effort to listen the whole time, give them your undivided attention throughout this presentation, we would really appreciate it. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce the person in charge of the Third 90, this presentation, Mr. Bob Bartlett.
Good morning. How's everybody? I want to make it real clear from the outset that I'm not in charge. There are a lot of people involved in this that have a much bigger role than I do, but thank you for being here. I'm president of the Michigan Colleges Foundation, and we sponsor the Third 90. So you're going to hear more about that in just a minute. We're 14 colleges and universities, small independent places throughout the state that are really behind this, and you know, it's important that you get to know who we are. Let me just ask, how many students here today are going to college? Wow. Excuse me. Anybody not going to college? Maybe that's a better question. Now, don't raise your hand. You know, when you think about going to college, I want to share something with you. What do you think the #1 factor is that research tells us? This is research that points out the #1 factor that will make you either succeed or not succeed in college. That is to say, to graduate. Anybody got any ideas? What would that be? Come on, come on, come on. It's not that early. What? Okay, so what is that better? Can you hear me now? What do studies say is the #1 factor that will determine whether you graduate from college once you go? That's not bad. GPA. ACT scores. Anything else? The #1, so you might be surprised at this, the #1 factor on whether you'll graduate or not is the fit between yourself and the school that you choose to attend. So you're looking for a place where you're going to fit in, where you're really going to be able to immerse yourself and study hard and get through hopefully in 4 years, right? You don't want to go more than 4 years, do you? Now, I know some of you do. Okay, how many want to graduate in 4 years? Oh, a different kind of question. So you're going to learn a little bit about our institutions, and it's important that you understand all your choices for colleges and universities in Michigan, regardless of where you decide to go, and give that a lot of thought. Now, we're able to participate in programs like the Third 90, and by the way, do you all know what the Third 90 is? This is a program that brings together teams of high school students with college professors and students from our network to do scientific learning, experiments in environmental science out in the field. And that's what you're going to hear about today. This is really a cool opportunity for students to get involved in, and I think it's not only fun, but they also learn a lot, and they're going to be sharing that with you. It's a unique program, it's nationally recognized, and I'll tell you, it's one of the things that is helping to prepare students from across the state to succeed in college, because we're now 220 strong this year as students in the Third 90 as a part of the program. You have also a booklet that you were given on the way in. Does everybody have one of these? This describes the kind of colleges that are involved in the third 90. You're going to hear from a couple of them today, Aquinas College and Calvin College. But give this a look, because this is part of that college choice I was talking about. And you're going to find things about our places that are a little bit unique. Things that describe us are words like teaching focused, where you actually know your students, know your classmates when you go to college. You're taught by professors. Relevant, with majors in virtually every field you can imagine. Diverse, connected. There are some 170,000 alumni from our colleges throughout the state. Affordable. Our colleges are very affordable for students because these places raise a lot of money to help you go to any one of them. And successful, as I mentioned, 4 years is the goal, and our colleges succeed in graduating students in 4 years. So pick up one of those brochures and have a look at it. I would just say, I mentioned I'm not in charge. There are so many people involved in the third 90. You know, programs like this would not be possible without a lot of people dedicated to making it happen. The teachers, the leadership from our two partner schools, our professors from Aquinas and Calvin, our student mentors who've been with us, important support from really organizations in Grand Rapids and across the state. The Wege Foundation, Jody is here from the Wege Foundation, raise your hand, has been instrumental in making this happen financially. Can we have a hand for the Wege Foundation for helping us out? Other places like Fifth Third Bank, CMS Energy, and a lot of other folks that I won't mention are all behind making this happen, so we thank them sincerely for their support. Now, I want to get this thing going, and I'm not going to take any more of your time, but I have asked someone to say a few words to you that I think you're really going to enjoy hearing from. Maxine Gray is here from Herman Miller, and Maxine is just a voice of inspiration wherever she goes. She works at Herman Miller in the talent acquisition area. Do you all know what that means? Talent acquisition. You're the talent, by the way. You are training to be talent right now. So Maxine's job is to find great people to work at Herman Miller who are going to help the company grow and prosper. And that's what you're trained to do at some point. You're going to have a career. And so you're going to hear from her about the kind of things that are important for you as you think about your career even now. Maxine's also a part of the Blend group. That's business leaders linked to encourage new directions here in Grand Rapids. And I think just the immediate past president of that group, which is doing so much in terms of networking young people in this city so they can connect and help each other be successful. So she is someone that you want to get to know, as I have in recent years, and I think you're going to enjoy hearing from her. So let me introduce Maxine Gray. Maxine, would you come up?
Good morning. How's everyone doing? It's getting a little cold, right? No winter is on its way, so I will be very brief this morning. Thank you, Bob, for that great introduction, and more importantly, thank you for the invitation. I will tell you I'm very humbled to be before you today. There are so many great people that Bob and MCF could have selected to be before you, so I hope that what I share this morning will be a little inspirational and that you'll take something away. To Principal Williams, the Michigan Colleges Foundation staff, teachers, staff, family, friends, and students, thank you for this invitation. Definitely honored to be before you today, and I know I speak for everyone in this room when we say that we're so proud of you and what you've done through the Third 90 Network, and I hope that you know how important this is for your future. So I'd first like to start with 5 life lessons from Dr. Seuss, which I actually use this in my life. It's very inspiring, and it keeps me grounded in who I am. So he says, number 1, today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Be who you are and say what you feel. because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Today I shall behave as if this is the day that I will be remembered. I really like these lessons because they encourage us to take pride in who we are and really be our own best advocate and our own best voice, which is something I think all of us in this room can learn from. So I have a few quick points that I'd like to leave you with, and then I'll close out with a quick poem. First and foremost, embrace every opportunity that you have in life. The Third 90 Network program and the research that you all have been afforded the opportunity to conduct alongside professors is a great opportunity for you. Look around you for a moment. Everybody just look around for a second. Everyone that's here is here for you. And that's because you're very important to us. We believe in you. We believe in your future. You are the future of this world. You will be leading us and taking care of us one day. And so we're definitely here for you. We want to encourage you, inspire you, and we want you to think about the things that you love to do. What do you like to do? What's fun for you? What doesn't feel like work for you? That's what you need to think about. Think about what you need to work on and what opportunities can really help you reach your ultimate goals and your heart's desires. The college-focused curriculum at UPrep will take you a long way, as well as other schools. It will definitely take you a long way no matter what you decide to do. So me, I'm originally from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I decided to attend one of the MCF schools, Hope College, which is right on the lakeshore in Holland, Michigan. I attended Hope for my undergraduate degree, and I attended Grand Valley State University for my graduate degree. I originally went to Hope College thinking I wanted to be the first African-American female Supreme Court justice. I mean, I went to school fired up. I said, I want to fight injustice and inequality, and I want to change the world by saving someone's life. And then I got to Hope, and I decided that I wanted to be involved in communications. I absolutely love the power of communications to move people to inspired action. So I attended Hope. I also spent my last semester in Philadelphia, where I had an incredible internship in public relations at CBS, and I had a lot of fun there. Since then, as my career path has changed, I've worked for an international foundation where I plan special events to raise money for type 1 diabetes. I also worked at a strategic communications firm, and now I work at Herman Miller in recruitment, as Bob said, which essentially means that I find great people to do the great work at Herman Miller to make us successful. I encourage you to explore every opportunity that you have through education, outside of school, just every opportunity that you have. Just be really open-minded about all these opportunities. And think of education as a cake, if you will. Education is the foundation for your life, and the icing doesn't really make sense without the cake. So think about building a strong foundation for yourself, and then all types of opportunities will open up, different doors will open up, and you'll be surprised at what life will bring. Dream big, but focus on what's in front of you. So in this room, we have future doctors, lawyers, scientists, dancers, writers, all types of individuals. You all will go on to do amazing things. But building this strong foundation of education is what's going to really launch you out into the world. So no matter what you do, it first starts with committing to completing your education. And that will take a lot of hard work, but you have a lot of great people around you who will be supporting you along the way. Second, I strongly believe in identifying your purpose, passions, and what you define as success for yourself. The mission of the school is really to provide an environment where you can aspire to great things, achieve academic success, and realize your dreams. So because of the incredible support and resources that you have the great opportunity to really decide what you want to be. What is your unique purpose? What do you enjoy doing? What are you really passionate about? Simply defined, purpose is the reason for which something exists. Passion is the powerful or compelling emotion or feeling. And success is the attainment of wealth, position, or honors. So forget what the world says about what you should do, where you should be, what you should look like, how much money you should have, and focus on the things that you love to do and the things that really inspire you and motivate you every single day. How many of you love to dance, sing, write, draw, explore things, solve problems? Great. So you all have different things that you really love to do, and we were all created differently. So those are things that you're passionate about, things that you literally would do without getting paid for. So dream big, play by your own rules, and be your biggest competitor. Forget about what everyone else is doing and think about being your own biggest competitor instead of focusing on what other people are doing. Part of my purpose, I identified early on was to really be a connector. And all that means is that I love to connect people to great opportunities, to each other, and for successful outcomes. So that's something that I literally get joy from. You couldn't pay me enough to do it. So I knew early on that if I utilized my purpose and the things that I was passionate about, that I would be able to define success for myself, which is to see others happy and to see others have opportunities. So that's essentially what I do in life. So I'm a part of Blend, as Bob said, and that's an organization focused on engaging young minority professionals in Grand Rapids. And we meet every single month, and I get extreme joy when I see someone make a connection in life, whether it's a new job or a new school that they're interested in attending, or just a new friend. So that is something that I'm really passionate about, and it's a part of my purpose. I also work at Herman Miller, where I connect great people to opportunities. So when I talk to someone on the phone, whether it's a potential intern or someone looking for a job, and they are the right fit, then it's a great feeling for me to know that they've been connected to a great opportunity. So again, think about what you love to do, what brings you joy, and then explore other careers or paths to help you get there. I'm almost done, guys. So finally, never, ever, 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 ever give up. I assure you that we'll all have obstacles. I have fallen flat on my face and had to get back up. I've been unemployed. I've had all types of situations in my life that could have caused me to give up. So don't look at me today and think that everything's been perfect, because trust me, it has not been. But the key in life is that your determination will never let an obstacle get in your way. And many of you have been through things that I would never dream of. So know that that's a part of your story, that's who you are, and take it and leverage it to make you stronger and make you go further in life. Because what doesn't kill you does make you stronger. And Frederick Douglass once said that without struggle, there is no progress. So that's one of my favorite quotes. So finally, don't doubt yourself, because others will always doubt you, so you've got to be your biggest advocate for yourself. Pick yourself up when you fall. Know that there are people around you who support you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We all ask for help every single day. Doesn't matter how old you get, you'll always have to ask for help, so don't be afraid to do that as well. Okay, so finally the three things, they were embrace every opportunity, identify your unique purpose, passions, and define success for yourself, and never ever give up. So finally, this is the last thing I'm leaving you with. So this poem was made popular. There's a woman named Marianne Williamson, and she wrote this poem for Nelson Mandela, and he made it really popular. But it's called Our Deepest Fear. Has anyone ever heard of this poem? Yes, a few people? Okay, great. I'm gonna read it and then I'll be out of your way this morning. So it goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. That's actually a poem that I have up at work, and it's something that I read each and every morning for inspiration. So I'm going to get out of the way now. I really appreciate your time. I know it's early. I know you have a lot of other things you could be doing right now, but I really appreciate your attention. And congratulations. I wish you all the best of luck, everyone in this room. So have a great morning.
When Mr. Williams first approached me about the Third 90 project, I was excited. I've spent half of my life in the woods and rivers of Michigan, and the opportunity to take these students into that environment would just be great. Last spring, during our first session, we introduced the students to the Wege property and learned about the communities that it supported. The students learned how to form a research question, and they were able to put this into practice this year. Working with Dr. Tuath at Aquinas College and Dr. Dornbos at Calvin College, the students were able to get their hands dirty and contribute to some grassroots science. They collected and processed samples at the site, they recorded and evaluated data in the labs, and they were part of a new line of research right in their own neighborhood. They were able to tour both of the colleges and learned about careers working with the environment. I'm looking forward to continuing the project next spring, and I'm excited to bring most of these students back as mentors for the new students. Now, none of this would be possible without both of our professors from Calvin and Aquinas, and I would like to introduce Dr. Tuith to begin our presentation.
Thank you, Jeff. Good morning, everyone. If we're, as a human species, if we're ever going to learn how to live on this planet, how to live well, and how to live long, I think we have an awful lot to learn. And this Third 90 program goes a very long way, I think, in having us reach that goal. I'm an environmental educator, and we environmental educators, professors, we get used to the classroom. And we have our PowerPoint and our blackboards and whiteboards and things. And you can do a lot of good education work in classrooms. But for sure, my favorite environment to teach in is actually out in that natural world. I really think magic happens out in that natural world that can really be transformational. And this Third 90 program, this is the second session that I've been involved in, what makes it awfully special is the people that work behind the scenes to be able to bring you all here where we are today. And I just wanted to thank all the different people that I work with. They're just wonderful people. Some of the most wonderful people here are sitting on the right side of the stage. This is why I teach. And at this session, like the last, I probably got more from these students than they got from me. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jose. Jose here will be the first student to let you all know what we did for these past couple of months. Yeah. That's it. All right. Jose is a student mentor, and that means Jose was a part of our program last session, and he came back to help some of these newer students because, quite frankly, living and learning and being out in the middle of the natural world when it's raining, you know, it's cold, it's difficult. But Jose did a great job in helping some of our students accomplish this and have a meaningful experience with this program. So, without further ado, Jose.
Hi, I'm Jose Godina, and I'm a returning mentor for the Third 90 program. Our group worked on the topic of the human world versus the natural world, and when we were researching the topic, we found a lot of interesting things about it. And now the 6 other members of the group are going to explain more about it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tonisha Thomas, and I'm going to talk to you about community. Community is a place where we get our needs met. A neighborhood where people, plants, and animals eat, learn, rest, and hang with family and friends. How would you describe your community? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amber Young, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the similarities of a natural world and the community you live in. They both have lots of living members. They have people, animals, and plants that all have different professions, and some work different shifts. In both communities, green plants are the only providers of oxygen and food for all. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Christian Guillen. I'm going to talk about how the natural community is different from where you live. Well, the differences are where it has 100% employment, which that means it never would have unemployment like humans do, like we have a big unemployment rate. The community also has abundance of resources, and the natural world business never pollutes. Like the business we have pollute a lot, and it's causing global warming. And all the energy comes from the sun, and the natural community is more healthy and more beautiful, and there's more cooperation and less fighting in the natural world. And thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Eunice Murphy. I'm going to be talking about how the human community can copy the natural world. One way that we can do this is by always using materials that we are provided to us. Once we are done using the material, we should pass it on to other members, like the natural world. When a member of the natural world uses something, it creates waste that provides food for another member. The human world kind of does this. We recycle, but unlike the natural world, when we recycle, we cause pollution. Another way that we can copy the natural world is by using the sun as our single energy source. It's clean and available for billions of years. We can also copy the natural world by helping each other. In nature, all members help each other. For example, when an animal dies, it gives nutrients to the ground, or when plants release chemicals to help other plants around them grow. The human world should follow the example that the natural world gives. We should all help each other and contribute so we can all progress. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Khalil Crawford, and I'm going to tell you about the different college courses related to the project. There is biomimicry, the study of copying nature's wisdom; ecology, the study of natural communities; forestry, the study of managing forests; biology, the study of all life on Earth; environmental science, the study of natural and human communities; and sustainable business, the study of clean, healthy, durable, and abundant provisioning systems. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mehdi Muhammad Ali, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the careers that are related to this project. Engineers, architects, designers, biologists, biomimics, chemists, ecologists, sustainable business leaders, farmers, sustainable agriculturists, government employees, foresters, and landscape architects. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Vandevesse. I'm a junior at Calvin College. We've been doing research on several topics, several which have extended from past research on autumn olive. I have greatly enjoyed working with the students of the Third 90 program on a project to determine if autumn olive is changing chemical characteristics of the soil it's growing in, giving itself a competitive advantage. The students are now going to share with you what they have found.
Hi, my name is Kyra Robertson, and last year I was a part of the Third 90 program, and it was really fun and exciting, so I really recommend y'all to come out this spring. But anyways, last year we learned about the research process and practice it, and it was basically coming up with a good scientific question that no one can answer.
Hi, my name is Tyler, and the research questions that we had were, is autumn olive changing the soil chemically? And is autumn olive changing the soil chemically by fertilizing itself with nitrates? And our hypothesis was autumn olive is putting chemicals in the soil that will inhibit germination by seeds, and a hypothesis is an educated guess. Thank you.
All right, we got some words for you guys, and this first word is kind of hard, but I'm gonna say it. Allelopathic. It's a plant that fights a chemical, and invasive species is a species that is taking something over, and non-native is when a species it's not from another area, and pH is how basic or acidic a substance is, and the best soil is a 6.6. And a symbolic relationship is working together and meeting each other's needs. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tanisha Thomas, and I'll be talking about our process. What we had did was collect soil from 4 different sites, with and without Analyte olive. And our objective was to determine if Analyte olive was changing the soil to either give itself an advantage or to harm other planets, which we got this question from our research question.
Hi, my name is Halauli. I'm going to be talking about soil analysis. The soils we tested came from near the following plants: Alma olive from Asia, black walnut from Michigan, long grass from Michigan, smooth brown grass from non-native area unknown. All soils are native. The plants grown in them are different. We measure pH levels and the concentrations of nutrients. Nitrates and sulfates are nutrisome. All plants need them. Too much nitrogen and sulfurs is bad.
Frankie Bacteria is the root nodules use glucose from the Analyte of olive and in turn provide nutrients to the plants. Some of the nitrogen is NO3, which is nitrate, which reduce the pH of the soil. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Asher, and I'm a returning mentor to the Third 90 program, and I'm here to talk to you guys about Frankie Bacteria. Now, Frankie Bacteria is a good strain of bacteria that produces ammonium as well as satisfy the autumn olive's need for nitrogen. Now, good bacteria is it seems like an oxymoron because you've never heard anyone say good bad breath or good trash smell or whatever, but Frankie Bacteria actually helps the autumn olive plant. Frankie Bacteria reduces the pH level of soil, which means it makes it more acidic, and it can be identified as either a brain, which is the size of a small marble, or a dead man's fingers, which look like little fingers sticking off of roots. Now, the bacteria infects a plant, which is kind of weird. I mean, who actually likes getting an infection? I mean, does anybody here like getting an infection? Are they like, ooh, I got a cold? You still have to go to school. It infects the plants and forms a nodule that the bacteria lives in as it grows. All plants need nitrates to live, but not all plants get it because some plants are selfish. The plant and the bacteria have a symbiotic relationship, which means the plant relies on the bacteria and the bacteria relies on the plant to live. The symbiotic relationship is because the plant produces glucose that the bacteria needs and the bacteria produces nitrates that the plant needs. So it's all happy family. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marcus Gibson. When extra nitrogen is put into the soil, it lowers pH. The autumn olive pH was measured at 5.7. That's low for many plants that are native to Michigan. They do not grow well in acidic soils. That gives the autumn olive a competitive edge. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shanti Asia. Today I will be presenting the soil analysis to you. Olive olive plants do not just live off soil. They put things from the leaves and the roots back into the soil. They are beneficial for itself, but it hurts other plants. It needs everything that black walnuts, lawn grass, and smooth brown grass needs. Its advantage is that it spreads around very quickly. Olive olive plants are taking over. They are survival of the fittest. Thank you.
Hi, my name is David Dornbos. I'm a biology professor at Calvin College, and it turns out I've been doing research on autumn olive for the last, 5 years or so. While we have learned a lot about how this crazy plant competes, there is still a lot that we don't know, a lot more that we need to learn. And so the Third 90 students have helped us do just that. So many people have suggested that autumn olive is allelopathic, that it fights chemically that it puts chemicals into the ground that inhibit other plants from growing, so it kind of carves out its place in the world, if you will. So studies have not yet shown, however, if autumn olive is actually allelopathic or not. And so the third 90 students recently completed a project which are going to shed some pretty cool light on whether or not this plant is allelopathic or not. So here they go. They're going to tell you what they've learned.
Hi, my name is Deanna Owens, and for germination, we planted seeds in the 4 different soil types and monitored germination to try to figure out if each of the 2 different types of seeds plants fall allelopathically. What is germination? Germination is the process in which plants, fungus, and bacteria emerge from seeds and spores and begin growth. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Rodriguez, and I'll be talking about why we planted seeds. We planted 2 seeds, tall fescue and white clover. We planted in 4 soils, autumn olive, brown grass, black walnut, and long grass. And here are some of our questions we asked. How will each soil affect the seeds? Which seeds will germinate in which soil? And what will this tell us about autumn olives?
Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'm going to tell some interesting facts about the plants that we use for this project. The white clover is native to Europe, North Africa, and West India. It is most common in grassy areas of North America. It is a whitish flower, often tinged of pink due to Asia. The head grows generally 1.5 to 2 centimeters wide, with the stem growing as much 18 centimeters a year. The white clover can be used for medicine, which the Native Americans used to cure fevers and Bright's disease. The white clover also can be used in salads and soups. The white clover provides green cover for poor soils where turf grasses do not perform well. Tall fescue is native to Europe. It has long growing seasons. It grows 2 to 4 feet tall in seed head stage, has become an invasive species and noxious weed in native California grasslands and habitats. It can be found growing in most soils of the southeast, including marginal, acidic, and poorly drained soils, and in areas of low fertility and where stresses occur due to drought and overgrazing.
Hi, my name is Williana, and I'm going to be telling you about the steps in germination. When the seed is planted, the seed absorbs the water, and then chemical energy stored in the form of starch is converted to sugar, which allows the embryo to enlarge. Then the growing plant emerges, and then the plant requires treatment of temperature, light, and moisture to start germination.
Hello, my name is Carrie, and we did the 4 soil samples, which they're from different environments, and it determined how hard it was to collect the samples. The long grass was short, regular grass. Brown grass was long and tan. The autumn olive and black walnut were set under the plants in question and had many small roots. The autumn olive, being a new invasive species, shows that the chemicals they produce can be either harmful or helpful.
Hi, my name is Melissa, and collecting samples with and without leaves. The leaves were supposed to increase the chance of germination because of the chemicals released during decomposition. Unfortunately, we were unable to review this part. The samples were mixed before analysis. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Ari, and I'm going to sum up our project. Basically, the main question was, were any of the plants we collected soil samples from allelopathic, which means fight with chemicals. We found that brome grass and Kentucky bluegrass had no relative effect on the tall fescue and white clover seedlings. Black walnut is infamous for being allelopathic, but it too had no effect on the tall fescue and white clover. And we thought that autumn olive would be allelopathic, but we found that it isn't. We did find something interesting though. It stimulates grass. And our theory for this is that it uses the grass to beat out bigger competition such as trees. Our next question was, why is autumn olive so good at growing if it isn't allelopathic? We found that it's a nitrogen fixer. It uses nitrogen to lower the pH balance of the soil, giving itself an advantage over the other trees because it makes it harder for the other trees to get nutrients. And the reason it can put nitrogen into the soil is because of the Frankie Bacteria. Thank you.
I'm going to talk about the conclusion of our germination project. While we were doing it, we had an unexpected finding that at first we thought that the autumn olive actually inhibited the growth of all the other plants, but it actually helped the growth of the other species instead of not helping it. Thank you.
Sorry about that. The Michigan Colleges Foundation and the Third 90 Network has given some beautiful certificates of achievement for each of these students. So I'd like them to come up. You can acknowledge them as they come up, please. Asher Weekly. Tyler Pickard. Tyler. Khalil Crawford. Kaylee Rodriguez. Jeremy Trimble. That's you, Jeremy. Shantiasia Johnson. Goodness, that's got to stop. Deanna Owens. Williana Paulino. Tonisha Thomas. Jose Gavina. Carrie Hack. Ariana Morgan Jimerson. Melissa Hernandez. And Kyara Robertson.
Marcus Gibson. Mehdi Muhammad Ali. Christian Yen. Junius Murphy. Tatanisha Thomas. Amber Young. Halawi Abdi. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the program. I'd like to thank you for coming and encourage you to please come up and view the wonderful student boards our students did that outline the project. Thank you.